Imagine. Wait, actually? I, yo, but it's not like... Thank you. Okay. Alright, I actually beat it. Oh. I'll take it. 2,554. That's honestly pretty good considering I was expecting this to take me like 3K, but I'm happy with that. Alright, it's the next morning. Let's talk about vaenstep. Not gonna lie, I kinda slacked on this one. Doing a tier 27 remorseless tier in a week from my last extreme, which was like a tier 28 extreme tier, y'all gotta fix these ratings, oh my god. But still, that's not too bad, but I think I could have gotten this done faster. Like, I wasn't really trying to beat this as fast as I could, especially considering that this is a skill-based level, and I am kind of afraid of skill-based levels, especially when they're this hard. Like, Milo absolutely destroyed me, and even that, I still got it done in like 2 days. But still, I definitely more practiced it because I was still able to get this level done in 1 day, in 1 hour actually, playing from 0. So maybe it wasn't gonna be as bad as I thought? I'm not sure. Going into this one, I didn't really have any expectations for the level. I rolled it from the GDDP Emerald wheel, and I was just kind of like, I was pretty neutral towards the level, right? I went into it with pretty much no expectations. Considering that, I'm actually happy I came out enjoying it as much as I did. You know, it's a Renn level, so it's basically xSlendy gameplay if it wasn't as high CPS and just terrible. My biggest comparison between this level and an xSlendy level would be Milo. And Milo was just way too fast, mega skill-based to the point where it was not enjoyable, right? This one is like, there's still some hard timing, so it's not purely like super difficult wave and shit. The wave is fairly balanced compared to the rest of the level. It's not the hardest part, which is also funny, because I know people hate on Renn for him making super difficult wave parts in his levels. Not the case here, which is awesome, because it made the experience a lot better for me, someone who's not really all that great with burst wave gameplay. And overall, the gameplay just feels a lot more fair to me. Like, a lot of the difficulty really just comes from the fact that the ending is impossible. Like, it gets to a point where you're basically able to make it past like the 60s, like fairly often, and then you're just kind of walled by the ending, which sounds kind of annoying. And it kind of is if you're not really into ending heavy levels, and I'm not either, but I think it works pretty well for this level. Like, it's very fun to be able to like get good progress on a level and get like an attempt past the 60s, right? Because as hard as that part is, the wave gets consistent. The cube timings at the very end aren't too bad. They're definitely hard, and I would definitely say they're harder than the wave, but they're not too bad. For me, the ship was absolutely the hardest part. Like, I really struggled to get that part down. That was probably 90% of the deaths I had at the ending. Like, that section straight up felt like gambling. I could not get consistent with it. I guess the only other issue I had with the gameplay was like that 35 wave section. Like I said, the waves aren't too much harder than the rest of the level, but that one I struggled with the most, considering the click pattern's a little weird at first. But you know, you play with it enough, it gets fairly consistent, so it wasn't that big of a deal. In terms of its difficulty though, I think I'm gonna put this one above Nightmare Chasm, so I think it's like low remorseless, which is funny because when I first played it, I thought this was like mid tier 27 or something. I think it's fine as remorseless, definitely harder than Delta Interface, but I also underrate Delta Interface quite a bit compared to everyone else, so there's that. I would recommend this one though, for sure. Really enjoyed my time with it. There's also my 85th Extreme Demon too, which is sick. I haven't even really been playing Extremes for real. All the ones I've been playing are like higher end, especially as of recently, right? So to still be at 85 mid-November, right? Kinda crazy. Like 100 is absolutely possible this year if I just like absolutely grind Extremes next month. Right now, I'm probably going to take a break from GDDP for a little bit and focus on one hard level and try to get it done by the end of the month. If it gets to the point where I'm just like absolutely struggling and I can't do it, maybe I'll just pivot it to something else within like the last few days of the month if I really need to. But that's the plan right now. And then I will go back to the wheel after I finish that. But yeah, that's about it, I guess.